Good morning, good morning. We made it, another week. It's Friday. It's cold, it's dark. Feels like this month's gone on forever. You know what? Life's still good. I even not very well today. Well, it was more last night than today. So about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I just started feeling so run down. I think it's just because I've really pushed myself really hard this week and got loads of stuff done. Done my exercises every night, woke up early every morning, done all that. And I just felt like, even at work, I've been doing some manual work and stuff and keeping myself busy. But yeah, I'll just feel a little bit run down. I don't think it's anything to do with COVID. I just think it's a cold, man flu, as they say. So yeah, not feeling amazing. But you know what? The show must go on. And I do like to be consistent. The only reason I didn't do a video yesterday was because I was in the missus's car, so she hasn't got the setup like I have. I don't know, it sounds like a bit of an excuse, but I just thought, stuff it, at least I can just listen to, I had my earpods, I was just listening to some music marketing tips from the guys over at Burnout. Just because, like, I don't know if you've seen on my feed, I've rebranded, ready for a new beginning, and I've got the event that I'm going to be doing, that brand, that's up as well. And it looks really good. You know, I was working on it yesterday morning before I went to work. I got up early and had a bash on that, so been excited with that. And I think, you know, like yesterday, actually, I feel like I'd got everything I needed to get done up to for this week, like at work, everything. And I just feel like, like I've earned a rest day. That's how I feel. But I think like my body might have, it's just gone, you're not very well, no, chill. So today, really, all I wanted to say was, you know, don't beat yourself up if you have a day off. It's no biggie. It's no biggie. You can jump straight back on it on the next day. So yeah, I gave myself a bit of a day off. I just went home and like even at work, I've got everything done for the week. Believe it or not, that's how focused I've been and driven. So yesterday I was just kind of just chilling out and got to about 4 o'clock and I said to my to my project manager, I said, I'm going to shoot. I don't feel too great. I'm gonna go a little bit early today. I'm fine with it. Like who's out on site? No one. Everyone's done. We've smashed the week basically. So I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I think I've got a bit of a meeting today, so that'll probably take up most of the day anyway. So I can find other bits and bobs to do. But Friday's a good day to chill out anyway. But yeah, I went home last night and just vegged. I think I was asleep for about 7:30. I had no energy. So thankfully Jo was feeling better yesterday because obviously she's pregnant. She'd been having a bit of a rough time with it, but she felt all right yesterday, so she took the reins and, you know, played with Ivy and that. I still played with Ivy a little bit and, you know, gave her my attention, but I just didn't have the same amount of drive that I normally have, which, you know, it happens, that's life. So yeah, don't beat yourself up, man. You have a day off, don't burn yourself out, because that's real as well. If you push yourself too hard, all of a sudden you'll burn yourself out and then you'll be off for a week or a month or whatever. You'll just give up. So give yourself that day where you just go, listen to your body and just chill. You know what I mean? All this stuff will be here tomorrow, and I know all the self-help people say you need to crush every day, no days off, get on the grind and hustle every day and all that, but it's not good for your health in the long run. So I believe in, well, while you're young, go for it, man. You know what I mean? Go for it. But it like when I was doing all the promotion and all that sort of stuff, like non-stop and partying and that lifestyle, not eating great, not doing no exercise, and you know, all the usual suspects, just doing what you do, and it caught up with me. It took a few years, Took about 6 or 7 years, but it catches up with you, and then it just completely made me just walk away from it. Also, obviously, I learnt my lesson from that. Don't push yourself too hard, where you just completely cave in and give up, and you know what I mean. Give yourself a break, man. Give yourself a break. That's it, really. I was going to start talking. I'm going to start talking about my rules of life, and you know, I hate to say it, but I've completely and utterly ripped off Jordan Peterson, Jocko Willink, and all the other good, you know, the other self-help people who, well, I wouldn't class them as self-help, but they're not your typical self-help gurus. But they've basically got rules of life, and they like tenets that you'd say, that if you follow these tenets of life, you'll be a better person. So I've developed my own. I've got 13 that I write down every day, and that's it's like my moral compass, you know. And I'll try and rattle them off for you now, but every day I'm going to talk a little bit about each one, just so you completely understand what I mean by them, because you know they're my own. I've made them up myself, so I interpret them the way I want to interpret them, and that's what you should do. If you've got things that you want to aspire to, don't write down what other people say. Make sense of it yourself, and you know, it'll do you better, really. So the first one is living a healthy lifestyle. Number one, live a healthy lifestyle, and that encompasses everything for me, from food, exercise, sleep, getting outdoors, not spending too much time on screens, not spending too much time on social media. Everything, it just encompasses a healthy lifestyle. So that's whatever you want to make it. So that's number one. Number two, be kind and compassionate. Very, very important. So I hate to be like the person that says, yeah, every time I see a homeless person, I always buy them a warm sausage roll. But you know what? Why not? Why not? You know, I used to be one of these people that used to look at people like that and go, why don't they just go and get a job? Like it's really easy, you know. There's been times when I've been out of work, and if it wasn't for having such a supporting family, man, who knows what could have happened to me, you know. I'd like to think that I've always got the drive that if I ever got myself in a situation, I'd be able to get myself out of it. But some people ain't. And you know, there's a lot of like homeless people who've got mental health issues or abuse, substance issues. You know, there's loads of things going on that you just don't know. You can't just look at someone's face and say, why can't they just go and get themselves a job? It's such an ignorant thing to say. You know what I mean? Some people, I mean, you see some people who deal with depression and that, and they can't even get out of bed and stuff, you know. So you don't know, dear. So if I do see someone on the street, I tend not to give them money. I try not to give them money. I try to buy them something to eat and something to drink, and have a little, you know, little talk with them and stuff, like, really. As much as possible. You know, there's been times when I'm just like, I ain't got no money. I'm just, you know, I ain't got the time, and it's an horrible thing to say, but that's just the way it is. I mean, the best time when I was being compassionate was one of the best times. I bought a guy a scratch card, and as I was walking off, he shouted out, "I've won a tenner! I've won a tenner!" And I was like, "Fair play, mate, nice one." And then I thought, oh, I bet he's going to spend that on booze. Oh, you know what I mean? That's the cynical side of me. But I hope that day, that made his bloody week, I imagine. And you know, for a quid, that was nice. So yeah, be kind and compassionate. Number 3, be calm and focused. So I always think that you can handle situations if you're always calm. Not so calm as in to be patronising, because there's a fine line, isn't there? As Jocko Willink says, there's a dichotomy, which is basically like, you know, it's like a set of scales, isn't it? You can go too far in one way and you have to balance it, and you can't use it all the while. And I really love that principle of having there's a dichotomy to everything, because life's so nuanced, and people are different and situations are different, and you use these things in different ways. You know what I mean? Things ain't set in stone. You have to use your judgment. That's why I've got more than one rule. So being calm and focused. So I try and focus on what I set out to do, and instead of trying to do 5 things at once, I try and just prioritise and execute, in other words, which is what Jocko Willick says, but I don't use prioritise and execute. I use be calm and focused, because that means more to me, because it helps me deal with my daughter when she's struggling to get to bed and stuff like that. If I'm not calm, it makes me angry, like in a way that I'll start shouting, get to bed, you know what I mean? It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. What works is by being calm and helping her get through it. So I have to be calm, I have to set the example. So number 3, be calm and focused. Number 4, be passionate and enthusiastic. So I think you can agree being passionate and enthusiastic is great. It helps you build relationships with people, helps you see the positives of situations, it helps you get over problems. So being passionate and enthusiastic. Number 5 is work towards your goals daily. So proofs in the pudding. I've even forgot the word, but it's the clue's in the name, isn't it? Number 6 is be a great leader and listen. Be a great leader and listen. So being a leader is all about one interesting quote I read in Think and Grow Rich was a man who amasses a great fortune doesn't have to possess all of the skills, which I think is really interesting. Basically, it's like being a leader is not being a boss, is it? There's being a leader and there's being a boss, and I like to think I'm a leader. I'm not tyrannical at all. I listen to people, I listen to experts, I listen to people who've got life experiences, I listen to the labourer who sweeps up. I used to be the labourer that swept up, you know what I mean? And you got to listen to people that might have experiences far beyond what you look at them at face value. So be a great leader and listen to people. That's number 6, was it? Yeah. Number 7 is be flexible. So what I mean by that is when I set goals, after a bit of time, if I want to change my mind, I'll be flexible about it, or I'll change my approach. I'm not so rigid in my approach that I will not change, and I'm not changing, this is the way I'm doing it, because that gets you nowhere. Again, it's like making decisions. If you make a decision, some people are like, I've got to stick to this decision, and I agree with sticking things out, but if something's wrong, you need to change it, but you need to give it the chance to come to life first. So number 7, be flexible. Number 8, lighten up. God, there was a period in my time when I was just so serious. Like when I was going through my transition stage, I was like, I'm going to stick to this. And I was dead serious about everything. And it just took the life and soul out of me. You know, it felt like I had no personality. I had no confidence or nothing. But I think that was just to the situation I was going in. You know, I needed to be serious. But I'm lighting up now. Like at work in the professional field, I thought that you had to be this serious professional person. You couldn't crack any jokes, or you couldn't say anything, or I was talking to like a director, and you have to be very professional with the director, rather you can't crack any jokes. But now I'm just like, just lighten up. Oh yeah, bloody hell, life's short, just lighten up. I've got 1 minute, so I'm going to hurry up. So lighten up. Number 8. Number 9, observe and manage my mind. So that comes from a book called The Chimp Paradox, and that helped me deal with my anxieties and basically. So observe and manage my mind. Number 10 is practice my daily routines. So I've got daily routines which I've spoke about, and it's just about keeping on top of them. Number 11 is think before I act and speak. Think, very important, isn't it? Think before you act and speak. So there you go. Number 12 is live minimally, and number 13 is take extreme ownership. I've got 10 seconds left. And I'm wrapping up at that, but I'm going to go into detail on all these. So until later, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon. Love you loads. Bye bye.